Men, stoic, strong, invulnerable. As we come into Movember, I want to talk about men's mental health. There are a number of sad statistics around mental health for men, and a lot of the issue is attributed to the difficulty men have in talking about struggles and feelings. Why would we need to talk about feelings? We don't have those, at least I don't. We're trained to believe that men are rational, high-performing machines, or at the very least, we don't experience any emotions other than anger, hunger, and whatever emotion hooah is. We definitely don't experience any of those weak emotions that would get in the way of our quest to bountifully provide for our family. And we definitely wouldn't express or talk about those emotions. That would just make us vulnerable to ridicule and criticism. Everyone would reject me if I shared what I'm really feeling, wouldn't they? This kind of thing makes it really difficult to express ourselves, to open up. And when we hold it all in, we kind of feel safer. But it's like no one really sees us. No one really knows us. And we can feel lonely and isolated.
Talk about it, the more I see guys like my father, who is a sort of the archetypal strong man, the guy who, don't talk about your feelings, cram them down. And so I wonder if some of those sort of underlying ideas or reasons we do get sick or sicker is because we're not sort of expressing ourselves or letting things out.
From the fear of everyone rejecting us for not measuring up to the masculine ideal can come us withdrawing and losing that time with others by our own doing. Thinking that we aren't allowed emotions can cause us to get quite negative about ourselves and who we are. I'm weak, I'm useless, nobody wants me around while I'm like this. We often think of depression as being sad, but often in men it can show up as irritability, and anxiety can shift from flight to a fight response as this feels more powerful. Men can often withdraw to remove our mopey, snarky selves away from people, to recover our mental strength before they might see that we're struggling and in pain. We make the mistake of thinking we're the only ones feeling this way. There's something wrong with us, and if we let anyone see it, they're not going to want anything to do with us.
One of the most important things you could realize is that you're not alone. You're not the first to go through it. You're not going to be the last to go through it. And oftentimes it happens. You feel like you're alone, and you feel like it's only you, and you're in your bubble. And I wish I had someone at that time who could just pull me aside and, hey, it's going to be okay. It'll be okay. So I wish I knew that.
You're not alone. And you're not pathetic for feeling feelings. Think about a time a friend has come to you and shared their feelings. Did you view them as weak and repulsive? No. You feel for your friend. Heck, on some level you may be able to relate to exactly what they're going through. I'm going to play a clip of Dwayne Johnson being vulnerable and showing emotion. And I want you to tell me in the comments if you think he looks weak or if you respect him all the more for expressing his emotions.
Horns were blowing and cars were swerving out of the way.
It's powerful, right? And you've probably found the same if you've read about or seen other men being vulnerable and sharing their feelings, their difficult experiences. It takes guts to be vulnerable, and we recognize the strength involved in that. What I want for you is to be self-assured enough to be able to share your feelings with trusted others, to be able to take risks and have close, intimate relationships who know the real you. A lot of men admit that they're struggling more than they let on. It's okay to be in pain. You're human. It doesn't make you less of a person, and it doesn't make you weak. Want to be strong and courageous? Consider sharing something difficult or painful with someone you trust. There is no courage without vulnerability and risk of rejection. You could even start with something small. Build up trust with yourself and realize the benefits. When we think about sharing emotions, it often feels like that shows we're weak and can't handle it on our own. But which is scarier? Hiding your feelings or sharing them? Now, for those of you watching this video and asking, what can I do to help my man share their feelings? Brené Brown's research on shame is really interesting. Women hold men up to the masculine ideal of emotions not being okay just as much as men do. You may think you want the guy in your life to share his feelings, and maybe you've already worked through those beliefs and gendered schemas. But just notice when he shares his fears, his failures. Notice if you feel any disgust or you feel uncomfortable and are not sure what to say. Those societal norms are very prevalent and very powerful. If you notice any of that, just take note that there may be some work for you to do as well on the road to both of you being able to be expressive and emotionally healthy human beings. I find it really interesting that in online communities, females are found to get the most out of them in terms of connection and positive outcomes. But they found that this effect occurred because the males in the study weren't saying anything. They weren't sharing and they weren't getting any connection. However, when they focused in on the males who were participating, they found that they got even better benefits than the women.
You know, for me, it was just talking about it sort of destigmatizes it. Talking about it for me has helped in some ways, you know, in this age of toxic masculinity, there's a lot of dudes out there that have a tendency to sort of bottle it up and keep it in and think that they've got to be a tough guy and soldier on, but that's not necessarily true.
So, realize that getting support and talking about things is helpful. And sharing the real you with other trusted people is courageous and awesome. By holding this view of yourself, you'll be able to be more self-positive and confident rather than attacking yourself for feeling emotions. You'll be able to meet your needs for connection and acceptance and move forward into the life of connection you really want. And if not for you, do it for that one other struggling guy out there who could be helped by you sharing your struggles with.
Because we as men, as dudes, just typically, we have this toxic masculinity sometimes where we want to hold on to feelings and emotions like I had done for many, many years. So, look, any opportunity I can to share an experience or share a little bit of insight that I've gained over the years when it comes to mental health and kind of battling things, I'm happy to share it.
So, I double dare you, share something. A fear for the future, a struggle you're going through or have gone through, and notice how it feels. If you want, you can even grow a mustache as a conversation starter.